The garbage will do.
Hello, it is me, Ryan, or Ryan from Ryan Studios, and we have the 100th video on my channel. And this, of course, is my 100th video special. So, as you can see, this is Millennium Falcon MOC that I've been working on. And you're probably like, Ryan, this is not a MOC, it's this set. Well, it's been under heavy changes over the past year. So, there's a lot of things I want to go through. There's, of course, a lot more detail. I could say it's about 2.5 K pieces. And the set was originally like 1,600. I've had this set for over a year. I got it on my birthday last year. So, we're just going to go into this. And I can't believe I've made 100 videos in the span of 13 months, roughly. So, that is really, really cool. So, we're just going to go right into So, as you can see, we are just going to go from the front to the back. You can see that these pieces are extended a bit farther, and there's also a bit more detailing, and they're a lot smoother. I wanted this to look a bit more cleaner than with all the dark colors and the tan, so I just made it all gray. I am working on another radar dish for the original Trilogy Falcon. But it's in its Force Awakens Last Jedi version right now. You can see that there's tiles. We also have these griddle pieces, which are apparently actually on the Falcon in the Force Awakens. And then I also changed the color. This was used to be red. I just changed it to trans clear because it was just really easy and looked a lot nicer. I do still have some red in it, but it looks really cool. You can see that the function still works, and I tiled up this front part too to make it look cleaner. I also removed the spring-loaded missiles. You can see that they have some grill pieces and just a bunch of detailing. Just so if you actually see in the middle of the video, you just see a bunch of details instead of weird things. So I'm just gonna remove all of these flaps now. So now I have all the flaps opened up, and it's the same thing that they use in the set. It's not very I tried to keep it a lot nicer, and as you can see, I made that one a bit bigger to kind of make the gap look less weird. So, and as you can see, the inside is a bit different. I added an extra seat right here so that someone else, because the third minifigure can sit. You still have the board, and I also have C-3PO and Finn playing. It's gonna come to my mind eventually. And then I just have Chewie over there and Rey just watching. And this is also a different connection. It's on these jumper plates, and it's kind of the same. I wanted it to look a lot nicer, cleaner. You can see there's still the two beds there. And you can also see that I just have a little details. The compartment still kind of works, and I just tiled it up and all that. And then there's a couple things over here. There's a chair with a bunch of control panels, and as you can see, there's a hyperdrive area. The two motors are over there, and then there's a keypad or a control panel if you need to access to it. You have some thermal detonators and a little wrench thing, and you can see that there's a couple crates. I don't know why there's a purple thing on that. And then there's just a little control panel that Chewie's working at. And then over here, there's more control panels. I'll turn it around. And this function also works. There's a bunch of stickers here, and the turret spins 360, and it could turn up and down. And you just have the little shooting thing, which is cool. sometimes that breaks. I'll fix that. And yeah, I have the details up here with the circular gray pieces. Sorry if this tripod is kind of wobbly. I've just been moving it with my hands. And you can see there's Han Solo in there. And if I could try not to break this, I could pull this out. You can see that I added these pieces onto there to make it a bit more cleaner. And you can see that there's Han here. He has, I just switched his torso because I needed it for my custom Indiana Jones, which I have no idea where he is, so that's kind of a shame. But yeah, we've Han, then you can see there's the control panel from the set, and I use a couple jumpers to kind of offset him, and it might make him more space for the other minifigures. And now I'm just going to put this back together. Everything is all put together now. We are just going to go into all the little details on the ship. So as you can see, I have the same kind of radar dish as in the set, except I just placed it a bit offset, a bit more. And you can see there's a bunch of pieces just in griddle pieces. And I also have a bunch of these wedges that I found in a video. They look really nice right there. You could just see there's a lot of gray. I just trying to minimize the use of dark gray as much as possible. But of course, the Millennium Falcon is pretty rough, and you can see this panel is the roughest of them all. It has some griddle pieces and some tan. You can see there's a lot. They patched it up a lot there. I also have some red too. I just have as much. I don't want to have too much of it, or it's just distracting. But it's plenty. You can see I have those 4 things. I don't know why these are here, but I just have those 4 things there. I have the 6 circle dishes things in the back. I also just put some tiles to kind of smooth it out. And there's so many little griddle and pieces, and a lot of greebling. I tried to make it pretty detailed. And now we are just gonna move right into the sides, and if I can, as you can see, the sides are really I tried to make it kind of blend in together a lot more. You can see I used the tiles and extended them a bit to make it kind of like that. I also have a bunch of dark gray pieces to kind of make the greebling. You see I did the same thing here, and I also made this technique because as you can see that I have these hinge pieces to kind of make it circular. Of course, it's not completely circular because I don't have those pieces, but I just tried to replicate it as much as possible. If we move here, I just have some more details, and I have a couple just studs and little tiny pieces, which really help. I tried to minimize the black on this. I really need to work on that to take away all the black because it kind of looks ugly like that. And you can see I use the same 2 pieces. Just gonna try to move this here. I have the 2-piece which goes all the way around, and it just kind of continues. It's basically the same thing, not exactly the same, but it uses the same general pieces. And if I can try to show you the bottom of it. You can kind of see I have the things, and I still have the turd down there, and I just kind of smoothed it out a bit. Just by putting plates all over the Technic pieces so it doesn't look as ugly. And yeah, that's kind of the bottom. You can kind of see through everywhere. It's like kind of a minifigure scale view. And I can flip open the back now so that you can see it. You can see it's kind of the same for the set. You can see the control panel a bit more. There's the docking bay thing that couldn't go down. And there's also more view on the control panel and all that. And if I could probably just remove that, you could kind of see a different angle of it, which looks, I always like looking at this way. I think this is really cool, and I hope you guys like this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.